Welcome back to the Stumblebums podcast. I am your host, Twisted G. With me, as always, over here, I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
I am the Twisted G. Welcome back to Studio Podcast Stumblebums.
And I am Smitty
Here's
Smithzilla.
the other.
Sup, biatch?
But we're back.
We are.
Welcome to Studio Bum Diggity.
We are sorry about last week. Technical difficulties in the recording. Definitely not me getting overly mad for no reason at Smitty.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. As our lawyers are debating against each other. We are definitely not suing each other for defamation. Now, how's your day been? How's your week been, Smitty?
Pretty good. Nothing too out of normal. Just working on the prototype and playing with the dog. I mean, pretty much my life.
Well, I mean that's good to hear. So I mean I basically have been doing the same, just same
Oh,
old,
I
same
got a
old.
fucking tick bite.
You have a tick bite.
Yeah, I didn't know. It was on me for a while. It was like real in there. It was big. I
Oh,
got a like a I got like a dime size hole on me now because when I pulled it out, the head didn't come out. So I'm like, I tried getting it with tweezers more, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I just took my 5 blade razor to myself and just grind down to it.
dude. I mean like, where was it?
Like on my back, right above my butt.
Oh my god. So because like every time I always heard about getting a tick, it was always like back here, like behind the ears is where I was told to check, and like warm crevice areas basically too, or your ankle. But damn, like
It's
your
warm.
back, that
I
is
got a hot
insane.
butt. It's like right before you get to any gluteus maximus muscle, like right there in the back.
The gluteum what am I?
The hump to the butt.
I only know hump and butt.
What forms your butt? That muscle.
Reforming butt just
It's
sounds
like
gay.
right above it. Right above it. Yeah, it was an ass kisser.
Just like a few
It,
supervisors I've known in my past.
yeah, but after I got done taking the razor to myself, I immediately called my grandma and asked if I was crazy for doing that because I kind of felt crazy for doing it. She told me I wasn't.
Coincidentally, that sentence taken out of context has been said before by very crazy people. I took a razor to
I trust
myself
my
and called
grandma's
my
opinion.
grandma.
My grandma's a very straight shooter. She wouldn't lead me astray. She would definitely go, yeah, that was insane. But no, she said desperate times call for desperate measures. You had to do what you had to do.
I just straight done what I would have done what I would have done what I did when I had ringworm, and that was a straight up bleach on a toothbrush and start scrubbing. And I probably would have done the same thing with that thing. I would be like, die with the bleach. You earned it.
I've been spraying myself like a cat with the hydroperoxide. So
I mean, that's pretty good one too. I don't know. I just learned at the end of the day, if you want to kill a parasite, bleach is the way. If you want to kill yourself, bleach is the way. It's a killer.
either way, something's dying.
No matter what, the solution is there. The
One of
pain
us is
will
making it
end.
out of this alive.
Like,
One of us is making this out alive. Either you or me.
you want to be a parasite on me, bitch?
Yeah.
Like, I'll take us both out. I'm crazy.
Wild card. Chose the wrong dude.
Put that on my gravestone. He died taking out a fucking tick. Like,
Yeah, so that's pretty much my week. What about yours?
I mean that beats everything I've had. I've just been streaming the Walking Dead season 1 video game, and I'll admit I didn't shed a single tear or anything like that. No emotion really hardcore out of me besides like, decision things with that until the last damn scene of that season. I picked the wrong words to say to Clementine, and I'm spoiling this to anybody that's listening. But Lee dies, and he's dying from a zombie bite or whatever. And I picked the words, "I'll miss you, Clem." And I don't know why, but the way the voice actor delivered it, and just with the picture, it hit me so hard in just those few words. I was like, "Motherfuckers got me! They got me!" Like I wasn't bawling or nothing, but I did. I had a couple tears come out, a couple. And I was like, ah man, they got me. Oh no. Like, wow.
That would kind of lead me into one of my topics.
Go on ahead.
In in a apocalypse situation, and let's just add on to the scenario, you're in a group, you like this group, and you get bitten away from the group. Do you choose to tell them, or do you hide the bite?
That's actually one of the options in like the episode before the last one of The Walking Dead, and I chose to show the bite wound. And I would show the bite wound, I think. Because it's that kind of aspect of it's like I don't want you guys to be caught, you know, unalarmed, you know what I mean? Like if I just change out of nowhere, I don't want you guys to be caught like out of nowhere with my like change. Like I would tell them, and if they would be like, "Yeah, we're gonna kill you," blah blah, blah right now, I'd be like, "All right, well, actually, I'll be real. I would try the cutting off the limb first. I would try to cut off the limb immediately. Like if I got bit like on the arm or something like that, like I would truly have to get bit somewhere for me to tell them without cutting off a limb. Like say like it'd be like here or something like that, and they bit me here. Then I'd be like, "Yo, I got bit. Pull it up, show them." But well, I don't think you're gonna live. If you got bit on the neck. To be real, like, can you imagine the pain you'd be going through?
Flesh wound.
No, that thing even slightly catches on you. You're like, ah, and it's gonna keep on catching. You're like, ah, and you're done.
Well, all the zombie has to do is break skin with its nasty butt, and you're you're
Technically, yeah.
you're gone.
But even then, like anywhere like that, like if it was on my wrist or something like that, I would try to cut my arm off immediately. Maybe that would help. A lot of the theorists say though that would not save you because the infection would already be coursing through
Well,
your blood, through your
we
body.
should agree on a term of zombie then. Do we go with Walking Dead zombies, or do we go with how I view the zombies would go down, which is Return of the Living Dead zombies?
I don't think we can really settle too harshly on one because a lot of people would say we need to think about the what you call it oh, the Last of Us zombies where it's like a mushroom thing that makes them crazy. But I would
Yeah,
go
there's
with
a whole
Walking
bunch of
Dead. If we can
ones,
hope for Walking
but
Dead and we could hope to not get infected with cutting off a limb, if I could cut the limb off, I'd go with that. But
see, the only thing that the Return of the Dead did is there's no killing the actual virus. If no matter how you dispose of the body, you're just helping the virus spread.
well, The
Like,
Walking Dead did.
sorry to spoil a movie that came out in like the late '70s, early '80s,
I'm spoiling The
but
Walking Dead.
at
That came out recently.
yeah, so the the ending of Return of the Dead, they
You've gone robotic, Smitty.
light all the zombies that they can on fire in a massive incinerator. They light all the zombie bodies that they can in a massive incinerator, but then the smoke goes up, and you see in the smoke the zombie virus is now in the smoke, and it goes into the rain clouds, and it starts raining zombie virus.
That's insane. I don't think about that entirely, but I did agree with like The Walking Dead where they say like everybody's infected. So it doesn't matter how you die, you're going to come back a zombie unless you take the brain out. But if you get bit by the zombie, say like on your arm and you cut your arm off immediately, then you don't turn. But if you get bit and you don't cut the limb off, like as soon as you possibly can, which I would assume it's like within the first 30 seconds to a minute, is probably like the best assumption you have. Because, dude, to be real, and this is where they do call it out, it would not take very long for that infection to circulate right through your blood system if they bit you, because it's literally beep beep
Yeah,
beep beep
it's a
beep
it's a
beep.
it's a sum that we have no protection against. So yeah, it's just gonna soar right through your body.
And so that's where like Walking Dead kind of does. I feel like they try to pull the little dramatic aspect out on that. But if that were true, if I cut a limb off, I would do that and then be like, hey yo, I got bit. I cut my arm off. Watch me and make sure I don't change. If I got bit
Uh,
like on my body, I'd be like, yo, I'm fucked. Deuces. I'm gonna go wander off, have my last thoughts by myself. I got one bullet in here for me. Um, nice knowing y'all. Great life. I'm sorry it all ended like this. I'm gonna go watch the sunset hopefully one last time. Literally, that's how it would be for me. Like, maybe even if they were to like as I'm walking off, just be like, yeah, all right.
yeah,
I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't know. I was walking off, see the sunset, and a bullet went through the back of my head. Like, it's a zombie apocalypse. You're not gonna have a happy death. But that's the happiest you could ask for. Like, it's better than being ripped and
yeah,
torn apart by fucking zombies. Like every time I see one of those scenes, man, like when they're like ripping the skin off and just biting into this part and ripping the skin off that arm, and like I'm just like I couldn't imagine. They're still alive for most of that. Oh my god, I couldn't.
yeah.
Oh,
Be a lot like getting mauled by a bear, but like a pack of bears.
and that's what. Yeah, like oh my, like man, like
Really dumb bears too.
that's where it is. Like people are like, I would love the zombie apocalypse to happen. And I'm like, fuck that. Like having to think about my dad or my like best friends or just about anybody I care about being ripped into shreds or even just turning into one of those things in front of me and trying to eat me and making me have to kill them. Screw that. I'm good.
um, if you would ask me that question, I'm not too sure if you want my answer.
Go ahead. It's your opinion.
I have no any desire to live in any apocalyptic hellhole in any sort. So I'm a first waver. I'm dying in the first wave. You might end up just killing my zombie corpse around your journey. Like, so,
I'm raiding the
because a
Walmart and
whole
you're
bunch of
just
people
white
die in the
walking up to
first
me with a
wave.
board game in your hands as a zombie.
Like, a whole bunch of people always die in the first wave. I'm trying to be one of them. So, if I do happen to make it into a group and I like the group and I get bitten, I'm going to tell immediately, but I'd be like, hold up. I want to be taken out like Lemmy from Mice and Men.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about Lemmy Kilmeister. I was like, or Killmister. I was like, he died from cancer,
No,
bro. Like,
no, no, the big retard from Mice and Men.
like, I really was like, Lemmy died from cancer, Smitty, not zombies.
Yeah, just be walking around. Remind me of a good story that we had together in our little time knowing each other. Hopefully, it's me and you can reminisce with me more, and then just shoot me in the back of the head.
I think I'd just get up close and personal and stab you a couple times in the rib cage, cut a leg off,
That's
maybe
not what I
waterboard you a
want.
little bit,
It's
and then
not what I want.
that's what I want.
I'm saying you can kill me already. Why do you have to get off on it now, you weirdo? Fucking freak.
Hello.
Like we called me that because I had my shirt off. Why is your
Yeah,
dick out?
he's actually wearing shirts. My pecker's always out. I don't wear pants when I'm doing this podcast. The hell do you mean? You don't need to see my waist down. Bitch, you get the top up. This guy's delusional. Thinking I wear pants. The only time I wear pants is at a funeral. No, but I got a
I feel
crazy
sorry
one
for
for you.
you.
If you had to lose a finger, If you had to lose a finger, which finger would you lose? I thought about this long and hard.
Uh, no pun intended.
No, I'm short and slabby.
Which hand?
Any hand. It doesn't matter which hand, just a finger. A finger has to go.
Hmm.
It's not one from each, just a finger.
If it's the right hand, the pinky. It's gonna suck losing it, but I can tolerate that one.
It,
But
it's
the left
it's
hand,
it
I
doesn't
kind of
matter.
want the ring finger to go.
That's what I'm
But
saying, Smitty. It does not
I would
have
have an
to.
alien hand, but I can't get married. But that'll be fine. I can just wear the necklace anyway. So
Well, that's what I'm saying, Smitty. You don't have to pick one on each. It's just pick a finger.
I'm
One
just
finger.
saying, if whatever the accident happens, if it happens on my left side, I hope that one goes. If it happens on my right side, I hope that one goes. Whatever the accident is that I lose my
Okay,
finger,
okay, okay. I
it's going
get
to
you. I
happen on
get
one
you.
side of my body.
I get you. That makes sense because I can agree with you. Oh, hiccups and burps are getting to me here, but I'm somebody that's never been married, and if I were to ever get married, I would like to have the ring finger for myself to get married with and actually have on there. But to think about it, I write with my left hand, but I do most things right-handed. And that sounds stupid. That's how I just learned. Cause my dad taught me how to do any kind of sports and all that stuff with my right hand. Like I fight right-handed. I'm not a southpaw, but I write with my left hand, and I could even prove it. I got a pencil here, and I'll even just real quick. I don't know if that's gonna show up or not. It's not. I wrote Ozzy, but that's how quick I write that. If I try to write that with my right hand, that would take me like 30 seconds for 4 letters. OZZY. And like that's where it's hard for me because like I'm dominant with my left hand for writing, but I do everything else on my right. So if I had to lose it, I would want to go my right pinky because I still need to learn how to. I need to be able to write. I think,
Yeah.
and I'd still be able to hold stuff pretty easily without it feeling awkward. Maybe I guess I probably could
Yeah.
hold stuff without my right ring finger, but I just if you notice here, like my ring finger follows my pinky so hard, especially on this hand. Like I don't know why on my right hand it does, but like it's such a weird thing.
Yeah.
And so like that's where I'm like I could probably use my ring finger and it'd feel the same because a lot of times like if I even move my ring finger, like both those would come down. But if I move this ring finger, like it feels different. Like there's something about this hand that's off. It's not nearly as functional as this one. So if I'm gonna lose a finger, it needs to be from the hand that feels less functional, right?
Both my hands feel the same because I'm a bass player. So it would suck to lose any of the fingers because I'm gonna have to relearn a bunch
Fuck
of
you! I play
stuff.
the piano, prick.
Yeah, but still, like
That takes both my
you can
hands.
bash, you can bash most of those. Yeah,
That's where I feel like I get lucky being able to play still DRE the way I do. I'm like, I'm able to do. Oh, I don't use my ring finger. That's why I use my picky. Yep, ring finger. I take it back. Ring finger on my right hand. Ring finger will be gone.
I use both of my ring fingers for bass, so it would suck.
That's a good one though. I feel like I'm happy to ask that one. I always like to think about a good would you rather, and that's like a good one. You know what I mean? It's not a
Yeah.
would you rather, but it's a quality question of that aspect or field.
All right, trolley dilemma. You know what that is, right? You know how those works, right? A trolley dilemma.
I need you to tell me more.
There's a trolley going down the tracks.
Oh, a trolley.
There's a fork.
I thought you said Charlie dilemma.
Yeah, so do you know what this is?
No.
There's a trolley going down the tracks. There's a fork in the road with a switch that can make it go to either track, the one off to the left, the one off to the right. But here's the dilemma. Track right has Greta Van Fleet,
Oh, you son of
your
a bitch.
dad, Soup from the Goons, and cold beverages entire existence. Other track, the left track, has your cat tied to him. You are at the fork in the road with the lever
The
to
right.
make a decision.
Fuck my cat. The right.
I
How's that even a
totally underestimated
choice?
it.
You put
Well,
my
I thought you
dad
loved your
on the
cat more.
line, bitch? I would. Oh man, you gotta make something more
I thought I
interesting.
thought I thought you loved your cat more.
My cat
so
bit my
what?
dad and gave me a scar.
So what would you want on the other track that would make this interesting?
That's actually hard.
I like
I
because I
got it
got
actually.
most
No,
of it.
I
I was
actually have it. No, it is. It's the only thing that anybody could ask for, and that would be the complete 100% like what you would call it. It's not like a 100% success, or it's like the 100% like I know this is gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like I would want it like
yeah.
no matter what happened, like Norfolk, like the other thing on the crossroad would have to be no matter what happens, my nieces, my nephews are
It
taken
just has
care
to be
of.
one. That's the
It can't be.
dilemma.
Then there's
A
nothing.
whole bunch of
There's
things on
nothing.
one
Then there's
track,
nothing.
one thing
Then
on
there's
the other.
nothing. There is nothing. It would have to literally be the complete actual success of every generation that I care about and I know coming after me. That is the only way I would be able to sacrifice any, especially since you're saying people that I don't know who are in my own eyes completely innocent. Like my dad has done some fucked up shit in
Yeah,
his life, so he's not an innocent man.
that's
But
the
you're talking about
point of
Grey
the
Van
dilemma.
Fleet, like those guys. Those guys have not committed any law breaking things I'm known
That
of.
is the point of the dilemma. So I guess your
But
future existence is on the other track.
okay, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. I'll give you this. So who was it on the other side of the track again?
You got Greta Van Fleet,
My
you got your
dad.
dad, you got Soup from the Goons,
Cancer.
and then you got cold beverages
A
entire
complete cure to
existence.
cancer.
You,
No, that's what it is. A complete cure to all cancer.
is on the other track.
That is the only thing.
So which way you flipping the switch?
I flip it left, and I believe too that that is the most. And I don't like. I don't want to sound like I do not care about my dad or anything like that, but that is. I think my dad. I think that just about anybody could agree
Well, if
that
you put cure
having a
to cancer on,
universal cure to cancer. No, that is having that just, and it would have to be that. It would have to be that with it. It'd have to be a contract with it that it would be given to everybody that has cancer. It couldn't just
I
be
mean,
sold to the
to be
highest bidder.
fair, if you did save them, they're going to totally write you out. Be like, yeah, I was totally tied to a track today, and a dude saved me, but he wiped out the cure to cancer. So see you never. That
And dude, that to me it's
and
that like
I'm also driving the trolley, so I'm going to tell. So
it would be I would pick the cure to cancer with the acknowledgement of it would be given to everybody that has cancer, not just the highest bidder.
no, the trolley runs it over and kills it. That is the point of the dilemma.
Oh, well, it kills my parents and all those people. The cancer, no, that's what it is. Like it would
Yeah,
take
that
cancer to let my own dad die, a cure to cancer, and I think he would fully be behind it. And when I say cure to cancer, it would have to be a cure to all cancers that is given to anybody that has cancer, not the highest bidder, not just somebody that can afford it. And that's the only way I would ever pick that track.
Can't believe you didn't know what a trolley dilemma is. It's been in like movies and TV shows. It's crazy how to explain this.
It's a crazy freaking dilemma. So you have to have crazy decisions that go along with it and crazy long standard things that go along with it too. Like if I only learned that the cancer cure would be given to the richest and the only most noblest, then I would let the train run it over. Let the rich die. There are poor and innocent people out here that are suffering from cancer and deserve a cure but have to pay for the radioactive treatment when there is one out there. There is one. Don't let them lie. There's a treatment to AIDS. There's a reason why Magic Johnson isn't dead, but Freddie Mercury is. Like, 100% with that. Like, there's 100% a reason why Freddie Mercury is dead, but Magic Johnson, the face of AIDS, is alive still. Or did he die finally? I think he finally died, didn't he?
I don't know.
Either way, he lived way beyond Freddie Mercury. Why? Because he was the face of AIDS. Like, it's the dumbest thing to me. It makes me so mad when I think about that. It's the number one proof that any kind of cure does go to the highest bidder. And that's why I do believe that there is a cure to cancer already. But anybody that doesn't have millions or have billions, they'd never go and get it. Because it's way, way more easier for them to charge you for the treatment than to just cure you. I mean,
It's more
that's,
profitable.
yeah, I mean, it's that. It's just a fact of life. It's a business, the healthcare industry, at the end of the day. And business is a bitch.
Yeah.
And that actually kind of leaves me with
But
the
either
healthcare
way,
system. I have my next topic I want to bring up with this. If you could name a disease or a hurricane, what would you name it?
Schmitty's the best.
I would name it Your Mom Killed.
I'm just the best. And I'm going to be the best thing that kills you.
Nope, I would name it Your Mom Killed. No, I would name it My Mom. I'd be like, or wait, it'll be something like that. Cause like I always thought of like in like uh kill feeds and shit like that. I was like, I always name him name myself himself or yourself or whatever. Because it'd be like let's say KX11 killed himself. When he killed me. But it pop up as he killed himself. And so like I wanted to be like that. Like I don't know why I'd be like fucking Hurricane killed Jake, killed Jake. Shit. Well, like, I don't know. I feel like something stupid like that. Like it'd be some creative with that aspect. Like the homophobic,
Yeah.
something like that. Like the homophobic
No,
hurricane killed. It'd be great, wouldn't it? The
I guess,
homophobic
yeah.
hurricane.
Um, rock climbing and expert trails. What's your opinion on them?
Love it, actually. Me and Dad went. I did a Donald Trump. Love it. I even did the like the OK symbol with my fingers here. But me and Dad we went to North Carolina one year, and there's this trail called Big Bradley Falls, and this was actually technically like an extreme expert trail, and we didn't know this until like the next time that we tried to go down there, but they closed down the trail because, and since the first time we went on, we learned 8 people had died on that trail because they would like walk off from the actual like trail line and try to go off exploring on their own and like end up falling off a ravine, which is kind of like what you expect. You're in mountain area, but dude, I'm not kidding you. There was like this point where they have this like rock that juts out from this cliff that's like you get this beautiful view of Big Bradley Falls. And I walked out on this and I was like 17, 18 at the time, and I sat down on the edge. Like I went out to the edge, I tried to sit down on the edge of this rock, and Dad's like, "Get what the fuck are you doing?" And he made me almost jump to where I almost fucking fell off the rock, because he was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh," and like, "Get back here!" And I was like, "All right, yeah." I started scooting back because Dad's in charge. He's the man of the house. He's the man of everything. He kicked my ass from the yard and back. But like the biggest thing about the view, I just want to sit on the edge of the rock because it was so unbelievable. There was people that was down in the waterfall that was coming down, cascading through the rocks, and I'm not kidding you. They looked like ants. Like they looked like ants to us being that high up. It was insane. And then the way to get down was you go down and you walk along this trail for a while, and there's this rope that you grab and you climb down, and then you fucking like go along these like, I'm not kidding you, the the gaps are like this big, and that may seem big to your own footsteps, but when you're a good 400 feet, in a chasm or whatever, that little narrow walkway with no arm rail or thing to stop you from going down it feels like hell. And then there's like this little spot where you gotta like, and this it's not this big of a gap. It's like this big of a gap that you gotta like walk across with your foot because there's like a good crack in between the stone or whatever. But it's one of those good gaps that if you'd had a couple of drinks, if you at all were tipsy, that's probably where the people died because they saw that crack and they were like, "Oh shit, whoa!"
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
but we all went down
They
there
just
and
added the off trail part to point blame somewhere else. They totally went off the trail. Yeah.
that's where it is. Like, I'm like, there's a good crack in the rock on the trail that you have to like kind of step across. And if you're stepping across, you're looking down finally, especially. And the biggest thing they always tell you is don't look down. When you have to look down, you're still a good 300 feet, 400 feet above the fucking bottom of the waterfall, and you're like, oh, oh, and trying to take a step normally. Like, I can't believe it. And then we get down there and there's a snake that's swimming around in the water after a while, and I was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna be in the waterfall. I had a little bit hit my head. And so we left like about 10 minutes after being there. And this is the part that I really laugh at about the entire trip. This was mine and my dad's first ever like hiking trip ever. Besides like the canal trail beside our house. And that's just a canal trail. It's not a mountain trail or anything like that. We live in Ohio. Northern Ohio, I should say. So there's definitely no mountains up here. And we're we're walking back up, and we go all the way up to that rope we were talking about to climb up. And there's like this fucking family of like 10, it seems like, just this massive Catholic family, I want to say, because there's nobody that has that many kids. And they've all got the elbow gear, the gloves, the helmets, the knee gear, everything. They have their own rope even to make sure they get down this shit safely. And one of them comes down and they're like, "Hey, if you guys want to come up real quick, we'll let you, blah blah." And we're like, "All right, yeah, we'll do this." And I shimmy up this rope like within 5 seconds. And apparently, this guy down at the bottom, because I didn't hear him say it because I was at the top now, he's my dad, and he's like, "So, how many times have you guys been on this trail?" My dad's like, "Oh, this is the first time we've ever been hiking." And the kid basically looked at my dad and like shat his pants. He's like, "Are you what? No, what? Uh, no, what? Uh, we we've done this trail 10 times." Like, literally, he stuttered so many times. He's like, "We've done this trail so many times." And me and my dad are just sitting there, no gear, nothing. Like, yeah, we're here. Like, If we fall, we
Like
die.
showing up unprepared.
Like, and then we wonder why the entire trail is shut down the next couple of years we go there. Like, I bet we got reported. Like, I bet they're like, you, these two insane assholes.
Yeah. Typically, definitely gets shut down when people get hurt. So as long as you guys didn't get hurt, should be fine.
Dude, we didn't bring our phones because we thought that they would get like soaking wet because they said there was creek crossings on it and they were only like an ankle deep. So I was mad because I could have got some like really great photos.
You know, how deep did you think the creek crossing was gonna be?
We don't know. We're not from fucking North Carolina. Like, we think that if we're going through
It's,
some river fucking or some river, some mountain trail or some shit, the river's probably gonna be decently deep if they call it a river or a creek or whatever. Like, it's a mountainous area with a waterfall near it. You would assume it's gonna be a deepness.
not anything above ankle. If so, they would not let you in. If it's up to your
Bullshit,
waist and
honky,
shit,
because the
they
Little
don't
Creek
let
was pretty
nobody
deep.
move.
There was Little Bradley Falls, which is still open. We went down that one the next time, and that was some dude. The water was deeper on that one. We were even happier we didn't bring our phones.
You can hold your phone above your head. Like,
Not if you fall.
don't fall.
Do you know me?
That's the first rule when I taught you to skate. Just don't fall, and
And
you
what did
don't
I
have
do
to
a
worry
hundred times?
about falling.
Where did half the scars on my body come from?
Hey,
Falling.
I told you not to fall. You broke first rule. Like, all you have to do is not fall, and you won't fall.
Listen, Smitty. Listen. Oh my god, you can still see my foot skin all over this blade. That's so bad. Athlete's foot's a bitch. Yeah, I definitely did not scratch my foot open last night with that blade. Definitely was not bleeding all over the place. Smitty, give me a topic. Come on.
Did. You just talked your head off about my topic. It's your turn.
Ah, how's that? Hang on a minute. Because I said let's name a disease or a hurricane, and that was like what
And
led
then I
us.
and then I asked you about trails and hiking and fucking
Oh,
rock climbing.
okay.
That's it.
So then, I have a
And
great
then you
one.
talked
I
for
have a great
40
one.
minutes, and then we're here.
My bad. It was a good story. Prick. Now, I got a great would you rather. I'm rubbing my hands because this is so great. Would you rather have everyone think that you were involved with Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein in the Waffle House bukkake, or lose your legs?
Sounds like you phoned in that last part.
No, I completely made that up on my own.
Yeah, but like you put all your thought in the front half, and you're like, okay, and legs, yep, done.
Well, what sucks more than losing your legs?
They're kind of not connected at all. For like, if you're like,
Yeah, no, but if you had to choose,
I'm writing your would you rather. Like, because
would you rather have everyone think that you
I'd
were
rather just
involved with
lose my
Osama
legs
bin
because I'm
Laden
gonna
and
get
Saddam
disability
Hussein in the
benefits.
Waffle House bukkake, or would you rather lose your legs?
I lose my legs, I'm gonna get disability benefits. I mean,
Thank you. Me too, because I become a cyborg.
yeah, like,
I thought for the longest time, I was like, man, like I wouldn't want to lose my legs. I'd probably, because you don't have to actually be involved. They only think that you were involved in it. So you never actually were in the bukkake,
yeah,
but
but free
everybody
money.
thinks you were. So like it sucks. But I
All
would
right,
agree. Losing the legs is reasonable because you can become like a cyborg and run even faster.
all right. Would you rather be in a porn where you can't get it up? Wait, yeah, where you can't get it up due to stage fright, or for 1 year straight, autoerotic mom porn audiobooks play in the background of your existence. Others can hear it, but it's not loud enough to interrupt.
What is autoerotic mom porn?
You know, like 50 Shades of Grey and other books like that.
What was the first option
Constantly,
again?
you star in a porn where you can't get it up due to stage fright, but
Yeah,
how
I can go
you
with that
go about
100%.
that.
I got stage fright for singing. I can do that. I could do
It
that
will go
100%.
viral.
I could look at him and make jokes about my dick not coming up. Like, I'm sorry, he's shy.
I wouldn't mind the mom porn playing in the background of my life for a year. Might make things interesting.
Well, at least me, I almost do like if you could have somebody like narrate your life, or like narrate like certain things that you do, or even like you like be the person that narrates your biography or whatever. Who would you choose?
I want a black guy. Any black guy with a deep, raspy, kind of threatening voice.
So Morgan Freeman, basically.
He doesn't sound threatening.
He can to us white folk.
Whenever.
We're white.
What does that have to do with him being like, I
I don't
told you?
know.
Like, I'm thinking more like Samuel L. Jackson.
I don't know. I don't know. I I don't know who I could ever think to actually narrate my life and be like funny or serious. If I really could, it sounds stupid. I'd pick Ozzy Osbourne because I feel like I'd laugh the entire time trying to hear him narrate what I'm doing.
I feel like that would just get real old.
No, because I'll be real. Like I can understand a lot of his interviews and stuff like that, and even just like the Osbourne stuff like that. I could still understand a lot of what he was saying. Probably because I've talked to people that have to literally talk through a button in their throat to speak to me before. Where I talk like this because I have to press a button and my vocal cords are
Clanker, yeah, go
gone.
away.
Like literally, like, I knew a few of those people growing up. So it's like it's not that hard to understand Ozzy Osbourne when you were talking to a guy that literally had to speak through a button. Like so it would. I think I would laugh my ass off half the time if I just had Ozzy Osbourne be like, he poured a bowl of cereal and then because I do have a buddy named Theron, and every time I fucking want to yell his name, I think about Shen.
All right. Would you rather clean up a murder scene or clean up an adult movie theater with a mop
Adult
and
movie
bucket,
theater? You
obviously?
mean like X movie?
Yeah, porn theater, a spank it theater, whack it, whack
What'd you say the
theater.
first one was again? My short-term memory has gone to crap.
Clean up a murder scene, like someone, bunch of people got murdered, a lot of
Is
blood
this like, am
everywhere.
I cleaning the scene legally?
Yeah, you're a professional cleaner.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that then. I'm not cleaning up jizz
All right.
and all that
Second
stuff.
part, which bucket would you rather take a drink out of?
The blood. I'm not drinking semen.
well,
I think I think that's like I think you're just trying to
various
ask me
other
if I'm gay with
too.
that question. Like, you want to drink semen or blood, dude? Like, you fucking faggot.
Various other
Like,
fluids too that could be there. And it's not just blood, it's gonna be various other bodily fluids too. I mean, probably got stabbed in the bladder. There might be some piss on the floor. Bodies are not clean when they start spilling.
I'd still take that over a fucking bucket of jizz. That's 100%
And
jizz
there could be girls in there, flicking the bean.
mixed with jizz.
Never know though. And also you get the water and cleaner
But there's jizz.
parts. Yeah. Many parts. parts per million,
Chat,
probably high.
chat. I need you to side with me here. He's fucking crazy, isn't he? If there's a chance there's jizz in it, I'm not fucking doing it. Like, right? Any
Well,
sane
what if a
man that
snake
doesn't
bit
like
me on
jizz
my
is not
hog?
doing that.
What if a poisonous snake bit me on my hog? Would you suck the poison out?
No, I sent you to the doctor so he could.
Oh, real hero you are.
Damn right, buddy. I got you to the doctor, didn't I?
Take you to the pill box real quick.
I take you to the pill box. Take you to the hospital. Dumbass. This guy.
I think they called the hospital in GTA or something.
I don't know.
I don't know neither.
This guy's stupid.
All the time. That's why we're here.
You know, this guy was like, I got a really good topic for you with the goons. It's something that's controversial. And I thought he would actually have something crazy for me.
I'd be lying sometimes.
And no, it's because it was like, if there's something controversial, I would have known. And he's like, if soup is laid down on a railroad, and like,
Yeah, would you kill him?
yeah, for the cure to cancer. But it
Yeah,
still is like,
you
that's
put
a
that
weak
there.
one.
Which is, yeah,
You gotta,
you made it weak.
only
I
as
thought
weak
you
as
loved
you
your
made it,
cat.
buddy.
I thought you loved your cat more. The way you talked about it the one time.
I love Ned more than I love that fucking cat.
I should have put Ned on the track.
Well, I still would kill Ned for the cure to cancer.
Cancer is not there no more. It's always going to be the four things over there and then the one thing on the one track.
And the one thing on the track is the cure to cancer.
No, it's not. It's Ned now.
Oh, Ned's dead. That's too many others. You can't put one and subtract like 8. Bitch, what? The math isn't
That
mathing.
is the dilemma. That is how the dilemma works. Look up the trolley dilemma. That's how you're going to always see it portrayed. Always several things on one track, one thing on the other track. You're supposed
It
to
would,
like the one thing on the other
okay,
track
the
more.
trolley thing I think only
Originally,
works.
it's supposed to be like four strangers and then like your dad. That's the classic one.
Well, then why are you putting my dad on the same track as the 4 strangers, you dumbass? If you put my dad on the
Because
other track and you put Gray Van Fleet and Soup on the other one, then fuck those guys. My dad's living.
a cold beverage existing and soup
You're just putting too
from the
much.
goon.
You're just asking too much.
No, no, that's it. That's entirely what's on
And
the track.
you're
Your
also
dad on
wrong
one
because
track,
I don't need these
your dad
cold,
on one
Smitty.
track.
Smitty, you're
You
fucking
got your
up.
dad on one track. You got your dad on one track, and you got Greta Van Fleet, soup from the goons, and cold beverages existing.
Smitty, you're fucking up because I don't need these cold. I drink them room temperature.
But it's for everybody, the entire world. Nobody ever
Fuck
gets cold drinks
everybody.
ever again.
At that point, fuck them. I care about my dad. If it was
Yeah, we never
cancer,
heard of
then
putting ice in
yeah, I
drinks.
care. You lose the argument no matter what, I feel like here. You're not going to be happy with my answer.
I don't care what you choose. It's your dilemma.
My dilemma is that. Like, you put everybody
I just
else on that
wanted it to
side, you put
be
the
a
cure of
good
cancer over
decision,
there, I'm
which you
picking the
didn't
cure of
spend
cancer.
no
I
time
love
on
you,
it,
Dad,
so
but
it
I'm
wasn't a
sorry.
good decision.
I just don't think you're a good addition.
Addition.
I don't know.
You got a topic?
I do. If there's one historic thing you'd either like to be a part of or change, what would it be?
Keeping the Son of Beast roller coaster still around.
That is the most
It could have
pathetic
been
thing I've ever
fixed.
heard.
They didn't have to tear it down.
I love how you stopped after I said that.
What'd you say?
I was like, this is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard. And, they didn't have to tear it down, and he just stopped. like as if you finally heard me say it.
I didn't hear what you said.
Well, I was joking when saying it, but it's not a historic thing. Like I didn't know
It
about
is
the son
totally
of a
historic and
beast.
roller coaster history.
I'm on the beach.
Yeah, the Son of Beast. Make sure I show the right one here. Son of Beast, right up there. Son of
I don't
Beast.
remember it. Do I look like I was old enough?
Yeah, your parent was
Do
probably
I
just
look
too
like I had
poor.
enough money?
That's what I just said.
Do you think I care about what you said?
Yeah, I like that roller coaster. I wish it was still around. The only part that worked about it was the loop, and they tore that out first, and then let a whole bunch of people develop a whole bunch of back pain, and they got sued again.
Say, if there's one thing that I could change or be a part of, it's a hard one. It really is. But if I could ever be a part of it, and it has to be like a successful, like crazy thing, I would want to be a part of like the fucking uh the whole like Live Aid thing. Like I feel like that was such like a crazy like spectacle event, having so many bands come in and play. Like even though it was like a multi-day event, I thought if I'm correct, like that whole Live Aid event, I always think about that for so long. Like that, in my opinion, was even bigger than Woodstock. Like a lot of people always say they want to go back to Woodstock or whatever. I look back at the Live Aid event and I'm like, with the performances you had that from so many bands, and then Queen taking the show, and just for what the entire actual effort was towards, that's probably one of the most single beautiful events I've ever seen in music history.
So you just want to go to a music festival.
Dude, I would, and that's what it is. Like I'd love to be a part of the music. Like if I could ever like be a part of a band that did it. It wouldn't even matter what band. Just be a part of an actual band that performed at Live Aid. That would have been amazing. To even just have that
You can
credit
name
under
a
your name.
band. What would you name your band?
Kings of Chaos. But then I had a buddy go, Cock? For the abbreviation. And I was like, fuck!
It would be Cock. He's not wrong.
Like I realized, I was like, Kings of Chaos sounds pretty cool. And then literally my buddy was like, you mean Cock? I was like, fuck.
I would say that is very Battle of the Bandsy type of name. Like you're gonna see that at your local Battle of the Bands, you know.
Well, no, that's what it was. It was like off the top of my head, like fun name for a band. Because especially I was into Motley Crue, and I was like really like getting into like especially Motley Crue and all that stuff. And I was starting to have like more of a rowdy mind. And I was like, what is it I love? I love chaos. Chaos is fun. I love it. And I was like, what goes with it? Kings of Chaos. And then my buddy was like, cock. Son of a bitch. I hate him to this day. I never would have had that hit my head until he said it. I was like, son of a bitch.
I mean,
Now I
that's
feel like
what
that could
friends are
never be my
for.
actual band name. And I will actually call out anybody. It is stamped on this fucking thing right now. If I ever want to make a band and name it, it's gonna be Kings of Chaos or something like that. So if somebody takes that name, I'm suing you. I'll make up a band. Me and Speedy will make one after you, but I'll be like, I had the name first, and I'll show them a podcast. I hope that works. That's legal, right?
Yeah, I guess whatever. I don't know.
I've broken the law a few times. I can do it again. Hell, I haven't paid any kind of fucking form of tickets in multiple years. I keep getting texts for them. They say I owe a bunch to the what's it called? Um the toll lanes. But the funny part is I don't have a license or a car. Like these scammers are dumb. Like how can I owe money when I can't even drive? Smitty, where have you gone?
Sorry, I thought I found something on my dog.
Smitty was doing a lot of drugs off camera there. He lined a rail of cocaine up along with speed and fentanyl. He's on the craziest fucking nine balls, what we call it now, just because we've
Yeah,
added so many
clearly.
more. He did the lines off of his dog, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this piece of shit.
Where's the residue?
It's in his fur because you mixed it in, petting him. Look at him. The guilt is on his face.
Oh, that's more
FBI,
interesting
break
than
his door down.
listening to you talk about a scammer trying to scam you.
I know what you're talking about.
Freaking oh, I did get to go to the Callous Cowboy show. I've been meaning to tell you about that.
Yeah, I felt
Freaking,
bad because you asked me to go to that with you, and I knew that when you asked me that, I only had one day of PTO left.
I mean, when I asked you, it was still several months away. So, and
Yeah, I've been at one day of
I
PTO for
didn't
months,
know
Smitty.
how you were going to get down here. Well,
I'd walk
work harder.
or a bike.
Yeah.
That'd be a
And
good bike ride. I
it
got a
was all
good
right.
soundtrack
I'm
for that. I could do
spoiled
that.
from my other favorite band that puts on a lot better live show, but I do feel like the venue got oversold. But my buddy Justin got me real drunk there, so I am going to be happy for that. And while we were leaving, freaking, I noticed this one girl, she had like a fish tattoo on her leg. I'm just looking at the fish tattoo. I'm like, that's pretty good art. And then I hear Justin behind me goes, what that smell is.
That's fucking
And that's
amazing.
how I knew my buddy Justin was really drunk. I'm like,
I love it. No, it's amazing because I went to the doctor on Tuesday and I was telling him about everything that's been going on with me and how I've been feeling anxiety and pains in the chest and stuff. And he did the whole physical, and everything. And he finally looks at me when we're going through all this and he goes, go ahead and drop your pants. And I looked at him, I was like, Doc, the problem's in my chest, not my dick. Like, dude, I don't need you to cut my
that's enough to
balls.
check it though.
But
He's just still checking your oil, buddy. He
it
hasn't got to
was
your
like the
exam yet.
problem's in my chest, not my dick.
He's checking you out. He's just checking you out, man. He's got to check the oil.
I fucking check that thing daily, and it works. I mean, what?
Oh, and to harken back on one of the podcasts, I forget
It's not
which
even open.
one. I think it either two or three.
Roboticism.
You asked me why is a moonsault called a moonsault, and it's because it's the reverse of a somersault. You wanted to know? I found it out the answer,
I need
and
no
it hunkers
further
back on our old
explanation.
content. So yeah,
I need no further explanation.
that's why it's called a moonsault.
Did you know?
They can go watch that.
Did you know that Do you know about a Motorhead and Lemmy Kilmister and all that shit? It's still like a
Yeah,
crazy
they were a
thing that.
band from the '80s.
Well, what's crazy is I learned this today because I've been reading Ozzy's last book or whatever. It's Last Rites or hang on, I think it's Last Rites is the name of it or whatever. And it hit me out of nowhere because like I didn't know at all. I like Motorhead. I'm not a huge Motorhead fan or anything like that, but like Ace of Spades, everybody knows that song. And Ozzy even said, and it is Last Rites is the book that he came out with. It's his final book where he wrote whatever before he died and did his last show. But apparently, Kimmy, wow, Lemmy Kilmister. I don't know where it fucking just left my mind. Lenny Kilmister. He apparently made more money off of actually writing 4 songs on Ozzy's "Mama I'm Coming Home" album or whatever, which was "Mama I'm Coming Home" and like 3 other songs that he wrote the lyrics for. He made more money off of that than Motorhead ever made in the royalties and stuff. And he even told Ozzy that. I feel like that's just insane because Motorhead had a few great songs, to be real. Like, yeah, not every song was
They
a great
had.
one from him, but it's pretty surprising that he made more money off of 4 songs. Sorry, hiccups. 4 songs that he wrote on Ozzy's. I want to say it's "Mom I'm Coming Home" album, or is it "No More Tears"? I think it's "No More Tears." Oh, sorry,
Well,
I'm checking to make sure I'm not
I'm pretty.
lying.
I can attest. I heard those songs on the radio more time than I ever heard Motorhead. So
It
that's
was "No More
how.
Tears" album, and it was that like, oh and yeah, and but it was Ozzy, singing them and stuff like that. It was just crazy to me because like Ace of Spades, and I want to say it's like the hot rod or something like that is another one that like my dad and shit like I always heard of Motorhead growing up, and I always heard a few songs from Motorhead growing up, so it really surprised me to learn that. But at the same time, like it really amazed me to learn that he wrote "Mama I'm Coming Home," and he wrote like 3 versions of it in 2 hours. Literally, it was that Ozzy was having so much trouble with coming up with lyrics for "Mama I'm Coming Home." That he went and he talked to Lemmy, and Lemmy was like, "Yo, dude, give me a second here. I'm gonna pause the podcast." So we completely forgot what we were talking about before we took a piss break and a pause. And you're probably happy that we stopped talking about because we were most likely rambling. Um, so before we end the podcast here, because we do realize that we're at over an hour now, is there anything else you want to talk about, Smitty?
Yeah. See what you think about my new dating strategy I've been doing.
Ooh, okay, all right, some inner knowledge.
I mean, we talked about it before we started the pod when I was still living in your town. What do you say as the opening message? I've
Dude,
still
that
been
is actually
struggling with
so
it.
hard. Yeah, no, it's so hard. I feel like it depends
And I,
upon the woman.
yeah, and I
Sorry.
come to learn I kind of hate the getting to know you phase.
I mean,
So I just been cold opening with, "Hey, babe."
everybody wishes that we could just jump to that comfortable, like we know everything about each other phase, and that's what sucks.
Yeah, so I just been cold opening with, "Hey, babe." No emojis,
Saying
no nothing.
babe maybe a little too hard to open with. I don't know, be like, hey babe.
75% of the time, it's been working every time. So
I don't know. I guess I also this sounds pathetic too. Like I still have like Tinder and stuff like that, but I don't really ever check it. And to be honest, like I don't know, like a lot of times
to
I
be
just
honest,
go through it
dude,
and I'm like, I'm not worthy of it. Like I don't have my license. I don't have this stuff. I'm 23 and I don't have a license. What the fuck am I really offering for a relationship here? Nothing. Why am I even
to
looking
be
for
honest,
one? I need to calm down and get my own shit together before I try to look for one.
I'm getting most of my matches on Facebook dating now.
I mean, whatever works. And I
I
mean, if it works
mean,
for
I
you,
still get
the
matches
hats
every
off
once
to
in a
you.
while on Tinder, but Facebook's getting matches like every other day.
Well, that's where it is to me. It's like if it works for you and it does what you want, then hats off to you. But I don't know. I've
I
just
don't know
never
what
been
different.
a fuck boy kind of type or anything like that. I've never been the kind of guy that wants to go through like just hookups and stuff. And you know me, it is that. Like I just at the end of the day, if we're gonna do anything, I can't have sex with you unless I actually really do feel like a true connection. That's the most honest thing I could ever say.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm fucking and meeting all these women I'm talking to. I'm just saying
Here's hoping
how
you
I'm
are.
starting a conversation. How I'm starting the conversation with all these women is immediately, "Hey, babe." I
And right there to me, like I'm so like self
feel like it gets good intent
conscious or whatever.
across.
I don't know. I'm too in my head to be
It,
like, hey babe, like somebody I don't know, especially be like, ah, I can't. I'm too
the worst,
terrified.
the worst, the worst that they're gonna do is the same thing you're gonna do if you open it any other way and you do start a conversation. They're gonna ghost you.
Well, you know
So
what though? I
what's the
guess
point?
that's where I know I'll meet the woman that I'm meant to be with when I'm not horribly scared to talk to her. Or even if I am, and even if I am horribly scared to talk to her, it's because of the factor of I think that she is just too amazing to scare away, and I'm horrified that somehow my own stupidity could. But at the end of the day, I'm not. I've learned and realized about myself. I'm not gonna go out and try to force or love anymore. I think it's one of those things that the most beautiful stories always came from just a natural happening. Like, oh, she served me one day, or hey, we bumped into each other at the grocery store, or my dog ran up to her dog at the park one day and we just started chatting. Like, I don't know, like, yeah, I do understand, yes, the websites work for others, but I just don't think it'd work for somebody like me, to be honest. And I've looked at them for too
Well,
long.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you how would you rate what I'm doing right now?
It's hard for me to rate because you live at your own rate and I live at my own rate. And for you, I wouldn't rate it as a horrible thing. I wouldn't because you're actually trying to use it as a relationship thing. You're not just trying to use it to be like, fuck this chick, fuck that one, fuck this one. Like,
It's kind of choose your own adventure. They choose how to read babe. Like I'm just trying to get to the point like, hey, let's just kind of skip, let's fast roll this comfortable phase. Like let's just
well,
skip to marriage.
right there, I can't hate anybody too. Like, for trying to do what you're doing. Or and I also can't hate anybody that's just out there trying to fuck, but they're also hitting up people that just want to fuck. I mean,
Yeah.
to each their own. Like, it is that at the end of the day. I mean, I want my own thing. You want your own thing. That other person out there wants their own thing, and that's why we're human damn beings. Like,
But that seems like a good end to our podcast. I've been your host once again, the Twisted G in Studio Stumblebums. That's been your other host right over there.
the actual motherfucking Twisted G. I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about. This is Smitty Spitzilla over here. He just wishes that he had as coolness as this dumbassery that's going on in my brain that I have mastered. This guy over here, I don't know what he's talking about, but each one of you have a great night and a even fairer welcome. And please, please, please like, comment, subscribe. It means the most to us.
Peace.
Peace.